Soft Loft Originals is back. Bigger, better, and more addictive than ever. Our romantic stories aren't like anything you've seen before. They're different, thrilling, and full of ecstasy. Today's story, a massage therapist hired by a powerful CEO for his tension. But their sessions get dangerously personal. One forbidden kiss, one impossible choice that could destroy them both. You ready for this? Hit subscribe, like, and share because Soft Loft Originals never disappoints. Let's dive in. His hands were everywhere. Maya gasps against Park Joon-choi's mouth as his fingers slide up her spine, tangling in her hair, pulling her closer like he's trying to fuse their bodies together. The massage table digs into her back as he presses her against it, his lips moving from her mouth to her jaw to that sensitive spot just below her ear that makes her knees buckle. Joon, she breathes, barely recognizing her own voice. We can't. Don't. His voice is rough, desperate. Don't tell me all the reasons this is wrong. I already know them. His thumb traces her lower lip, his dark eyes burning into hers. Just give me this moment before the world crashes down on us. She should push him away. Should remind him that she's his employee, that there are rules, that this crosses every professional boundary she swore to maintain. But then his mouth finds hers again, and rational thought dissolves into white heat. This kiss is different from their first. That one had been hesitant, questioning. This one is an inferno. His hands roam down her sides, fingers pressing into her waist as he lifts her onto the massage table. She wraps her legs around him instinctively, pulling him closer, and he groans against her mouth. The sound sends electricity racing through her veins. Her fingers work the buttons of his shirt, fumbling in her urgency. And when her palms finally make contact with his bare chest, he shudders. Maya. He breathes her name like a prayer, like a curse, like something sacred and profane all at once. Her professional instincts kick in even through the haze of desire. Her hands map the planes of his chest, his shoulders, his back, finding every point of tension she's memorized over months of therapy sessions. But this time, her touch isn't clinical. It's possessive, worshipful. She traces the defined muscles of his abdomen, feels them contract under her fingertips, and he breaks the kiss to look at her with eyes so dark they're almost black. You're driving me insane, he murmurs, his forehead pressed to hers. Every session, feeling your hands on me, knowing I couldn't have you. It was torture. You think it was easy for me? Her voice is breathless. Touching you, being this close to you, pretending I didn't want to. He cuts her off with another kiss. This one slower, deeper, more deliberate. His hands cradle her face like she's something precious, something that might disappear if he doesn't hold on tight enough. She tastes the desperation on his lips, the months of restraint finally breaking. Her fingers find the tight knots at the base of his neck, the ones that never fully release no matter how many sessions they have. She applies pressure, working the muscle with the skill of someone who knows exactly what she's doing, and Joon's grip on her waist tightens. A low sound escapes his throat. That's not fair. He rasps against her lips, using your professional skills against me. All's fair in love and war. The words slip out before she can stop them, and they both freeze. Love. The word hangs between them, heavy with implication. Maya. He starts, but she silences him with a kiss, pouring everything she can't say into the press of her lips, the touch of her hands. She doesn't want to talk about love, doesn't want to define this thing between them that feels too big, too impossible, too dangerous to name. His hands slide under her blouse and she arches into his touch. Every nerve ending in her body is on fire. She's lost count of how long they've been tangled together like this, lost track of everything except the taste of him, the feel of him, the way he says her name like she's the answer to a question he's been asking his whole life. Then his phone erupts with sound, shattering the moment like glass. They break apart, both breathing like they've run a marathon. Maya's lips are swollen, her hair falling loose from its professional bun. Joon's shirt is half unbuttoned, hanging open to reveal the chest she's just been exploring with her hands and mouth. His eyes are still dark with desire, but something shifts in his expression as he looks at the caller ID. "Don't answer it," Maya whispers, but she already knows he will. His jaw tightens. "It's my mother." The temperature in the room drops 10 degrees. He picks up the phone and Maya watches his face transform from the man who is just kissing her senseless to the cold, controlled CEO the world knows. But his hand is shaking slightly as he brings the phone to his ear. "Mother." Even from across the room, Maya can hear the sharp, rapid-fire Korean on the other end. She doesn't speak the language, but she doesn't need to. The tone says everything. Fury, disgust, betrayal. Joon's face goes pale. "How did you—" He closes his eyes. "I see." More shouting. Maya can make out one word that sounds like scandal, repeated over and over. "That's not your decision to make," he says quietly, but there's steel beneath the words. His mother's voice rises to a near shriek. "I don't care what the board thinks." His eyes find Maya's across the room, and something in his gaze makes her heart stop. "I'm not ending this." The line goes dead. For a moment, neither of them moves. "She knows," Maya says. "It's not a question. She's on her way here, now." Joon runs a hand through his hair, the gesture more violent than casual. She has security footage, from the lobby, the elevator, from... He looks at the corners of the room, and Maya follows his gaze to the tiny camera she'd never noticed before, its red light steady and unblinking. From everywhere. "Oh, God." The words come out as barely a whisper. "She saw everything?" "Everything." His voice is hollow. "Every kiss, every touch, every moment we thought was private." Maya slides off the massage table, her legs unsteady. "Then I need to leave, now." "No." He crosses to her, gripping her arms. "Listen to me. You need to take the service exit. Don't go through the main lobby. My mother has security throughout the building, and if she finds you before I can..." His voice cracks. "She'll destroy you, Maya. That's what she does to anyone who threatens the family legacy." Then we face her together. "No." The word is final, fierce. "I won't let her hurt you because of me. I won't." "Joon, please." He pulls her close, holding her so tight she can barely breathe. "Take the back stairs. Go home. Lock your doors. Don't answer calls from numbers you don't recognize. I'll come find you tonight, I promise. I'll fix this." "How? How are you going to fix this?" "I don't know yet." He cups her face, his thumbs stroking her cheekbones. "But I will. I'm not losing you. Not to her, not to anyone." He kisses her one more time, slow and deep, like he's memorizing the taste of her. Then he's pushing her toward the private stairwell, the emergency exit that leads to the service floors. "Go, now." Maya runs. Her heels echo on concrete steps, her heart hammering against her ribs. She hears voices above her, his mother's sharp tone cutting through the penthouse like a blade, and Joon's measured response. And then the stairwell door slams shut and there's only the sound of her own panicked breathing. She doesn't stop until she's outside, 10 blocks away from Choi Enterprises, hands on her knees, gasping for air while Seoul's nightlife buzzes around her, oblivious to the way her world just imploded. Her phone buzzes. She expects it to be Ji-Hai, Joon's terrifying assistant with threats and legal jargon. But it's Joon. "I'm coming to you. Send me your address. Don't argue." Her fingers tremble as she types back her location. "Stay inside. Lock the door. I'll be there in an hour." Maya looks up at the night sky, at the storm clouds gathering over Seoul's skyline, and realizes that everything just changed. For better or worse, there's no going back now. Maya paces her tiny apartment like a caged animal. Every car that passes on the street below makes her jump. Every footstep in the hallway sends her heart racing. She's changed out of her work clothes into sweatpants and an oversized shirt, scrubbed the expensive lipstick off her mouth, but she can still taste him, can still feel the ghost of his hands on her skin. Her phone says he texted 43 minutes ago. Where is he? What if his mother stopped him? What if security detained him? What if... 3 sharp knocks on her door make her freeze mid-step. She looks through the peephole and nearly collapses with relief. Joon stands in her hallway, still in his wrinkled dress shirt, hair disheveled, looking like he's been through a war. There's a cut on his lip that wasn't there before. Maya throws open the door. What happened to your... He doesn't let her finish. He's inside, door slamming shut behind him, hands cupping her face as he kisses her with a desperation that makes her earlier escape feel like a distant dream. This isn't the controlled passion from his office. This is raw need, relief, barely contained chaos. When they finally break apart, both gasping, she touches the cut on his lip gently. Your mother did this? She threw a glass. He says it like it's nothing, like getting glassware hurled at your face is a normal Tuesday evening. Her aim has improved. Joon, this isn't funny. I know. He rests his forehead against hers, eyes closed. I know it's not funny. Nothing about this is funny. But if I don't make jokes, I'm going to fall apart, and I can't afford to fall apart right now. Maya takes his hand, leading him to her small couch. Her apartment is a fraction of the size of his penthouse bathroom, but right now it feels like the safest place in the world. She disappears into her tiny kitchen, returning with ice wrapped in a dish towel. Here. She presses it gently to his split lip. Hold this. He catches her wrist, pulling her down onto his lap instead. I don't want ice. I want you. Joon. She said terrible things. His voice is quiet now, all the fight drained out of him. About you. About us. Called you a gold digger, a manipulator, accused you of seducing me for money. She threatened to have you arrested for extortion, said she'd make sure you never worked again, that she'd destroy your reputation so thoroughly you'd have to leave the country. Maya's throat tightens. And what did you say? I told her that if she touched one hair on your head, if she so much as breathed your name to the press, I'd walk away from everything. The company, the family name, all of it. He looks at her with eyes that have seen too much tonight. I meant it, Maya. I'd burn it all down for you. You can't do that. Her voice cracks. That's your entire life. Your legacy. My legacy is a cage. His hands frame her face. You're the first real thing I've felt in years, maybe ever. So yes, I can do that. I will do that. She kisses him then, soft and slow, trying to pour comfort into the connection. His arms wrap around her waist, pulling her closer, and the kiss deepens. Her fingers thread through his hair, careful of any injuries she can't see. His hands slide under her shirt, palms warm against her bare skin, and she shivers. Stay tonight, she whispers against his mouth. Please stay. I'm not going anywhere. He pulls back just enough to look at her. Unless you want me to. If this is too much, if I'm putting you in danger by being here. She silences him with another kiss. I don't care about the danger. I just want you here. With me. Something in his expression softens, breaks open. He stands, lifting her with him, and she wraps her legs around his waist as he carries her toward her bedroom. It's barely large enough for her double bed and a dresser, but neither of them cares. He lays her down gently, reverently, like she's made of spun glass. His body covers hers, and for a moment they just breathe together, foreheads touching, hearts racing in sync. I've never done this, she admits quietly. Had a wanted man hiding in your apartment? Been with someone who matters this much? The confession hangs between them. Everyone before you was just passing time. This feels different. You feel different. Good different or terrifying different? Both. He smiles against her lips. I can work with both. His kisses trail down her neck, and she arches into him, hands exploring the familiar landscape of his shoulders, his back. She knows these muscles intimately from months of professional touch. but touching him now, like this, feels like discovering him all over again. Every ridge, every plane, every place he holds his tension. Her fingers find a knot between his shoulder blades, and she presses into it with practiced precision. He groans, the sound vibrating through both their bodies. "You're tense," she murmurs. "Let me help." "Maya, if you start giving me a massage right now, I'm going to lose my mind." "Good." She applies more pressure, working the muscle with expert hands. "Lose your mind. You've spent all night being strong. Let me take care of you for once." He surrenders to her touch, and she feels the moment his control finally shatters. His kisses become more urgent, more demanding. His hands roam her body with increasing confidence, learning what makes her gasp, what makes her moan, what makes her forget her own name. Clothes disappear gradually. Her shirt, his, her sweatpants, his belt, until there's nothing between them but skin and heat and the sound of their breathing. "Are you sure?" he asks, even though his body is trembling with restraint. "We can stop. We can just—" "I'm sure." She pulls him closer. "I've never been more sure of anything." What happens next is tender and fierce and perfect and messy all at once. He's gentle with her, almost too gentle, until she digs her nails into his back and demands more. Then he's not gentle anymore. Then he's everything she didn't know she needed. They move together like they've done this 1,000 times before, like their bodies already know the rhythm. She maps every inch of his skin with her hands, her mouth, committing him to memory. He whispers her name like a mantra, like she's the only thing anchoring him to reality. When they finally collapse together, breathless and tangled, Maya feels tears sliding down her temples. "Hey!" Joon props himself up on one elbow, concerned. "Did I hurt you? I'm sorry, I should have—" "No." She pulls him back down. Happy tears, just overwhelmed. He kisses each tear away, his touch impossibly gentle. Good overwhelmed or bad overwhelmed? The best kind of overwhelmed. They lie there for a long time, her head on his chest, his fingers tracing lazy patterns on her bare shoulder. Outside, Seoul continues its endless buzz, but in this tiny bedroom, time feels suspended. "What happens now?" Maya asks quietly. "Now?" He presses a kiss to her hair. "Now we sleep. Tomorrow we figure out how to survive my mother. But tonight we just exist. Together. She's not going to back down. I know. She's going to make our lives hell. Probably. We could lose everything. I've already lost everything that doesn't matter." He tilts her chin up, meeting her eyes. "The only thing I'm afraid of losing now is you." Maya kisses him again, slow and deep, trying to memorize the taste of him, the feel of him, the way he makes her feel like she's worth fighting for. They make love again, slower this time, savoring every touch, every sensation. And when they finally fall asleep, wrapped around each other like they're afraid to let go, neither of them knows that tomorrow will bring a crisis that tests everything they just promised each other. Neither knows that Joon's mother has already made her move. Neither knows that by morning, their forbidden relationship will be front-page news across every tabloid in Seoul. But for tonight, in this tiny apartment that smells like jasmine and hope, they're safe. They're together, and that's enough. Joon wakes first, disoriented by the unfamiliar ceiling, the narrow bed, the warm body pressed against his. Then memory floods back, and he tightens his arms around Maya, breathing in the scent of her hair. His phone buzzes on the nightstand. Once, twice, 15 times in rapid succession. Maya stirs against him. "What time is it?" 6 a.m. He reaches for the phone and his stomach drops. Oh no. What? What is it? He turns the screen toward her and she sees the headline splashed across Korea's biggest entertainment news site. Choi Enterprises. Heir in scandalous affair with employee. Exclusive photos. Below it, grainy security footage photos. Him and Maya kissing in his office. her hands on his bare chest, their bodies pressed together against the massage table. Every intimate moment they thought was private, now public consumption for millions. Maya's face goes white. Oh my God. She leaked it. Joon's voice is hollow. My mother leaked everything to the press. His phone rings. Jihee's name flashes on screen. Don't answer it, Maya whispers, but he's already accepting the call. Sir, you need to get to the office immediately, Jihai says without preamble. The board has called an emergency meeting. They're talking about removing you as CEO. Your mother is... Let them try. Joon's voice is steel. I'll be there in an hour. He hangs up and looks at Maya, who's clutching the sheet to her chest, looking small and terrified. Hey! He cups her face. Look at me. This doesn't change anything. Joon, your career... I don't care about my career. He kisses her forehead. I care about you. We're going to get through this. Together. But even as he says it, his phone continues to buzz with calls, messages, notifications. The storm his mother promised has arrived. And it's only just beginning. The emergency board meeting is a massacre. Maya insisted on coming with him, and now she sits in the waiting area outside the conference room, trying to ignore the stares from every employee who walks past. She's seen the headlines on her phone, seen the comments sections calling her every name imaginable. Gold digger, homewrecker, opportunist. Never mind that Joon isn't married, isn't engaged, isn't anything except a grown man who chose to be with her. Through the thick conference room doors, she can hear raised voices. Joon's mother's sharp tone cutting through the chaos. Then Joon's voice, calm and measured, refusing to back down. Jihai appears beside her, perfectly composed despite the early hour. Ms. Thompson, you should leave. I'm not going anywhere. This is going to get ugly, uglier than it already is. Jihai's expression softens slightly, the first hint of humanity Maya has seen from her. Mrs. Choi has the board in her pocket. She's spent 30 years building those relationships. They'll vote however she tells them to vote. And what is she telling them? To remove Mr. Choi as CEO effective immediately. To install her as interim leader until a suitable replacement can be found. Jihai glances at the closed doors. She's using you as proof that he's not fit to lead, claiming he's let his personal life compromise his professional judgment. Maya's stomach twists. This is all my fault. No. Jihai's voice is firm. This has been building for years. Mrs. Choi has always been controlling, but after Mr. Choi's father died, she became obsessive about the company, about the legacy. She sees Joon as an extension of herself, not as his own person. You're just the catalyst. If it wasn't you, it would have been something else eventually. The conference room doors burst open. Joon strides out, his face like thunder, his mother right behind him. You're making the biggest mistake of your life, Mrs. Choi hisses in Korean, but Maya can read the venom in her tone. The biggest mistake of my life would be letting you control it any longer. Joon replies in English, clearly for Maya's benefit. He reaches for Maya's hand. We're leaving. If you walk out that door with her, you're finished. His mother snaps. The board has voted. You're removed as CEO. Security will escort you from the building. You have 1 hour to clear your office. Joon doesn't even flinch. Fine. Fine? That's all you have to say? His mother's composure finally cracks. I built this company from nothing after your father died. I sacrificed everything for this legacy, for you, and you're throwing it away for some... Finish that sentence and you'll never see me again, Joon says quietly, but there's a warning in his voice that makes even his mother hesitate. Maya is not some anything. She's the woman I love. And if you can't respect that, then we have nothing more to say to each other. The woman I love. Maya's heart stops. He's never said it before. Not like this. Not so plainly, so publicly, so irrevocably. Mrs. Choi's face goes pale with rage. You'll regret this. The only thing I regret is not standing up to you sooner. Joon pulls Maya toward the elevators. Goodbye, Mother. They ride down in silence, his hand gripping hers like a lifeline. When they reach the lobby, security is already there, waiting to escort him out like a criminal. Employees whisper and stare. Cameras flash from the journalists camped outside. Maya feels him tense beside her. We can go out the back. No. His voice is steady. We go out the front. Together. Let them see. Let them know I'm not ashamed of you. Of us. So they walk out the front doors into the chaos of flashing cameras and shouted questions. Joon keeps his arm around her waist, shielding her from the worst of it, and they push through to his car. Only when they're safely inside, doors locked, does he finally let himself exhale. I'm so sorry, Maya whispers. You just lost everything because of me. I lost a job. He turns to face her, cupping her cheek. I didn't lose everything. I have you. That's what matters. But the company, your family legacy, was never really mine. He kisses her softly. It was always hers. My mother's dream, my mother's empire. I was just the heir she molded to carry it on. Maybe losing it is the best thing that could have happened. You don't mean that, don't I? He starts the car, pulling away from Choi Enterprises, former Choi Enterprises for him now. For the first time in my life, I get to decide what I want to do, who I want to be. That's not losing everything, Maya. That's freedom. They drive in silence for a while, the city passing by in a blur. Finally, Joon pulls into an underground parking garage Maya doesn't recognize. Where are we? My personal apartment. He sees her confusion. Not the penthouse. That belongs to the company. This is mine. Bought with my own money, not family funds. My mother doesn't even know about it. He leads her inside, and Maya is struck by how different it is from his corporate penthouse. The space is warm, lived in, filled with books and art and personal touches that make it feel like an actual home. There are photos on the walls. Joon as a child with his father, before the man died and left him to his mother's ruthless ambition. I haven't been here in months, Joon admits, looking around. I've been so consumed by work, by playing the role my mother wanted me to play. I forgot I even had this place. Maya sets her bag down, studying a painting on the wall. It's abstract, all bold colors and emotional strokes. This is beautiful. My father painted it, before he got sick. Joon's voice softens. He wanted to be an artist. Instead, he married into money and spent his life managing a company he never cared about. He used to tell me not to make the same mistake, to find something I loved, someone I loved, and hold on to it no matter what anyone else thought. He sounds like he was a good man. He was, and I think he'd like you. Joon pulls her close, wrapping his arms around her from behind. I know I said it in front of my mother, but I need to say it properly. I love you, Maya. I'm in love with you. And losing that company, that title, all of it, it's worth it if it means I get to keep you. Maya turns in his arms, tears streaming down her face. I love you too. I've been terrified to say it, but I do. I love you so much it scares me. He kisses her then, deep and slow and full of promise. They stumble toward the bedroom, shedding clothes and inhibitions, and make love like they're the only two people left in the world. Afterwards, tangled together in his sheets, Maya traces the lines of his face. What happens now? She asks. Realistically, your mother isn't going to just let this go. No, she won't. Joon sighs. But I have leverage she doesn't know about. My father left me a trust fund that she can't touch. It's enough to live comfortably, maybe even start something new. And I have connections of my own, board members who are loyal to me, not her. This isn't over. You're going to fight her for the company? I don't know yet. He kisses her forehead. Maybe. Or maybe I'll do something completely different. Open a gallery featuring artists like my father. Invest in startups run by people who actually care about innovation instead of quarterly profits. The world is full of possibilities when you're not trapped in a cage. His phone buzzes. He ignores it. It buzzes again, and again. Finally, he checks it and frowns. It's Ji-hai. She says it's urgent. He answers, putting it on speaker. What is it? Sir, your mother collapsed during a press conference an hour ago. Ji-hai's voice is tight. She's at Seoul National Hospital. The doctors are saying it's her heart. It's not good. Joon goes completely still. How not good? They're saying if she survives the night, it'll be a miracle. Maya watches the color drain from his face, watches years of complicated emotions war across his features. Anger, grief, guilt, relief, fear, all crashing together in a storm he can't control. I have to go, he says quietly. I'm coming with you. Maya, I'm coming with you, she repeats firmly. You're not doing this alone. They dress quickly, racing to the hospital through Seoul's evening traffic. When they arrive, the ICU waiting room is full of board members, executives, business partners, all the people who make up his mother's world. They stare at Joon and Maya with varying degrees of disapproval and curiosity. A doctor approaches. Mr. Choi, your mother is asking for you. Can she come with me? Joon gestures to Maya. The doctor hesitates. Your mother specifically asked to see you alone. Maya squeezes his hand. Go, I'll be right here. He disappears through the ICU doors, leaving Maya alone in a room full of hostile faces. She sits in a corner, trying to make herself small, checking her phone to avoid eye contact. The minutes crawl by like hours. Finally, Joon emerges. His eyes are red. What did she say? Maya asks softly. She apologized. His voice is hollow, disbelieving. Said she'd been so focused on protecting the legacy that she forgot to protect me. Asked me to forgive her for trying to control my life. He runs a hand through his hair. Then she told me she's changing her will. If she doesn't make it through surgery tomorrow, I get controlling interest in the company. She's already had her lawyers draw up the papers. Joon, that's good news, isn't it? I don't know what it is. He looks lost. Part of me thinks it's genuine. Part of me thinks this is her final manipulation, making me choose between you and the company one more time. Except now guilt is added to the equation. Maya takes his hands. Whatever you decide, I'm with you. If you want to take the company back, we'll figure it out. If you want to walk away, we'll figure that out too. But you don't have to decide tonight. She wants to meet you. Joon's eyes meet hers. After the surgery, if she survives, she wants to meet you properly. Said she needs to understand what kind of woman is worth losing everything for. And if I don't measure up, then she'll have to live with disappointment. He pulls her close. Because I'm not letting you go. Not for her, not for anyone. You're mine, and I'm yours. And that's the only thing I'm certain of right now. They spend the night in the waiting room, curled together on uncomfortable chairs, while his mother fights for her life in surgery. And Maya realizes that their story isn't ending. It's just beginning. The hard part is just starting. But as long as they're together, maybe they can survive anything. So what do you think happens next? Does Joon's mother survive the surgery and actually change? Or is this just another manipulation? Will Maya and Joon finally get their happy ending? Or will the weight of family legacy tear them apart? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Will they face his mother together? Will there be a wedding? More drama? You decide. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're Team Maya and Joon, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Because trust me, their story is far from over. See you in the next one.